From dream to reality. Practical steps. Every magnificent journey begins not with a grand leap, but with the quiet stirring of a dream deep within your heart, a gentle whisper of what could be. This isn't some fleeting fantasy born of external pressures or societal expectations. Rather, it's a truth that resonates with your deepest desires and inherent potential. To move from merely wishing to truly creating, we must first learn to listen intently to this inner voice, allowing its melody to guide our very first conscious steps. Your greatest life doesn't suddenly appear on the horizon. It's carefully constructed, brick by precious brick, from the raw material of your unique aspirations. It calls for an honest conversation with yourself about what truly matters, what sparks joy, and what kind of legacy you wish to weave into the fabric of your days. This initial act of heartfelt recognition is the most fundamental practical step of all, laying a solid groundwork for everything that follows. Without this deep internal connection, any outward action risks feeling hollow, a mere imitation of someone else's path. So, pause for a moment, close your eyes, and truly feel the weight and wonder of the dream that beckons you forward. Once that dream begins to take shape in your mind, the next vital step is to give it clear definition, painting it with vivid colors and intricate details. What does this greatest life truly look like for you specifically? Is it a feeling of profound peace, a new creative endeavor, or a meaningful connection with others? Don't leave it as a hazy, distant cloud. Bring it closer. Make it tangible enough to touch and explore with your imagination. Write it down, sketch it out, or talk about it with someone who truly believes in you. This act of defining your vision transforms an abstract longing into a concrete goal, something your mind can actively work towards and your spirit can genuinely embrace. A clearly articulated dream acts like a beacon, illuminating the path ahead and helping you recognize opportunities that align with your deepest intentions. This clarity is not about rigid adherence, but about understanding the essence of what you seek. It becomes your personal compass, guiding you through the countless choices and decisions that lie before you. With a clear vision in hand, the real magic begins with cultivating an unwavering belief in its possibility, not just for others, but specifically for you. This isn't about ignoring challenges or pretending difficulties don't exist. It's about nurturing an inner conviction that your potential is boundless and your capacity to achieve is real. Self-doubt can be a powerful current pulling you away from your shores, but you possess the strength to steer your vessel through those waters. Remind yourself daily of your inherent worth and the unique gifts you bring to the world, for these are the very tools you will use to build your dreams. Believe that the universe conspires with those who dare to believe in themselves, opening doors where before there seemed only walls. This foundational belief acts as the fertile ground where your practical steps can truly take root and flourish. Now, let's talk about movement, even the smallest kind, because even a mountain is moved one pebble at a time. Break your grand vision into incredibly tiny, manageable steps, so small that they almost feel effortless to complete. If your dream feels overwhelming, it's often because you're trying to swallow the whole feast at once instead of savoring each delicious bite. What is one single, simple action you can take today, or even this week, that moves you just a fraction closer to your defined dream? This could be 5 minutes of quiet reflection, sending an encouraging email, or researching a new skill. The power lies not in the size of the step, but in the consistency of taking it, building momentum like a snowball rolling downhill. Each small victory reinforces your belief and all, lights the way to the next intentional movement, gradually transforming the impossible into the inevitable. As you embark on these small actions, consistently visualize your dream not as a future event, but as a present reality you are stepping into. Close your eyes and truly feel the emotions of having achieved your goal. What does it feel like to live that greatest life? Engage all your senses in this mental rehearsal, experiencing the sights, sounds, and sensations of your desired outcome. This isn't just wishful thinking. It's a powerful psychological tool that programs your subconscious mind to recognize and attract opportunities that align with your vision. When you vividly imagine your success, you begin to act from a place of already having it, which subtly shifts your energy and decision-making. This practice strengthens your resolve and keeps your inspiration burning bright, reminding you why each small step truly matters. Building on those small, intentional steps, the cornerstone of turning dreams into reality is unwavering consistency, even when the spark of initial enthusiasm dims. There will be days when motivation feels like a distant memory, when the path seems unclear, and when the effort feels heavy. It is precisely in these moments that your commitment to consistent action becomes your most powerful ally. Choose to show up anyway, even if it's just for 5 minutes, even if it feels imperfect. The cumulative effect of these seemingly insignificant efforts far outweighs the occasional bursts of intense, sporadic activity. Think of it like a steady stream carving a canyon. It's not the sudden floods, but the constant flow that shapes the landscape over time. This gentle persistence builds resilience and proves to yourself that you are truly dedicated to your journey. Understand that the path from dream to reality is rarely a straight line. It often resembles a meandering river with twists, turns, and unexpected detours. Embrace this fluidity and be prepared to adapt, to learn, and to pivot when necessary, rather than clinging rigidly to your initial plan. Sometimes what appears to be an obstacle is actually a redirection, guiding you towards an even more fulfilling or authentic version of your dream. Life will present challenges, new information will emerge, and your own understanding of your desires may evolve. Your ability to remain flexible, to adjust your sails with the changing winds, is a hallmark of true inner strength. Remember, the goal isn't just to reach a destination, but to grow and discover who you become along the journey. Throughout this unfolding process, practice self-compassion as diligently as you pursue your goals, treating yourself with the same kindness and understanding you would offer a dear friend. There will be moments of doubt, times when you stumble, and days when progress feels agonizingly slow. In these instances, resist the urge to criticize or judge yourself harshly, for such negativity only drains your precious energy and diminishes your resolve. Instead, acknowledge your efforts, forgive your missteps, and gently encourage yourself to continue forward. Your journey is unique, and setbacks are not failures, but valuable lessons woven into the tapestry of your growth. This gentle self-care ensures that your spirit remains nourished and resilient, ready to face whatever comes next with renewed grace. To sustain your efforts through the inevitable ebbs and flows, reconnect frequently with your why, the deep, heartfelt reason behind your dream. What is the fundamental purpose that fuels your desire for this greatest life? Is it to contribute something meaningful, to experience profound joy, or to live in alignment with your truest self? When external motivation wanes, it is this intrinsic why that will reignite your inner fire and remind you of the profound significance of your pursuit. Write your why down, meditate on it, or carry a symbol that represents it, keeping it close. See to your heart. This deep sense of purpose transforms mere tasks into meaningful acts, infusing every step with a powerful resonance and making the entire journey feel profoundly worthwhile. Consider sharing your dream, or at least aspects of your journey, with a trusted friend, mentor, or a supportive community. While the core of your greatest life begins within you, a little external encouragement and accountability can provide immense strength. Speaking your dream aloud gives it more substance and makes it feel more real, allowing others to champion your efforts and offer invaluable perspectives. Sometimes, another person's belief in you can be the very light you need to see your own path more clearly during moments of uncertainty. Remember, vulnerability is not weakness. It is a profound act of courage that can forge powerful connections and open doors to unexpected support systems. You are not alone on this journey, and allowing others to walk alongside you can make the experience even richer. As you take these practical steps, make a conscious effort to celebrate every small victory, no matter how insignificant it may seem. Did you complete that 5-minute task? Did you research that one small detail? Did you simply show up when you felt like giving up? Acknowledge these achievements with genuine appreciation, allowing yourself to feel the surge of pride and accomplishment. These small celebrations are not about ego. They are vital moments of self-affirmation that build momentum and reinforce your belief in your own capabilities. Each acknowledged step becomes a stepping stone, creating a positive feedback loop that encourages you to continue, proving to yourself that progress is indeed happening. This practice cultivates a mindset of gratitude and keeps your spirit buoyant, even amidst the longer stretches of effort. Ultimately, the journey from dream to reality is not just about achieving a specific outcome. It is profoundly about the person you become in the process. Each practical step, each moment of introspection, each act of resilience shapes your character and expands your understanding of yourself. The greatest life is not a fixed destination waiting for you in the distant future, but a continuous unfolding, a dynamic dance between who you are now and who you are becoming. It's in the courage to begin, the grace to adapt, and the commitment to stay true to your inner compass that your most authentic self truly emerges. Embrace the evolution, trust your inner wisdom, and know that every single step you take is a testament to your incredible capacity for growth and transformation. This beautiful dance of intention and action is an ongoing process, a living, breathing commitment that evolves with you through every season of your life. There isn't a single finish line where you suddenly arrive and everything is perfect. Instead, it's about consistently tending to your inner garden, nurturing new dreams as old ones blossom. The practical steps you take today might shift and change tomorrow, reflecting your growth and newfound clarity. Embrace this continuous journey of self-discovery and creation, allowing your greatest life to unfold organically, guided by your ever-deepening connection to your truest self. This continuous engagement ensures that your life remains vibrant, purposeful, and deeply aligned with your evolving spirit. So take a deep breath, dear reader, and simply begin. Trust the quiet power of your inner knowing, the profound wisdom that resides within your heart, and the boundless potential that is inherently yours. Your greatest life is not a distant whisper, but a living, breathing possibility that awaits your intentional engagement, your gentle courage, and your unwavering belief. The steps may feel small, the path may not always be clear, but the journey itself is the most precious gift, revealing your strength and illuminating your unique brilliance with every stride. Begin now with you, and watch as your most cherished dreams gracefully transform into your beautiful reality. Overcoming obstacles with grace. The path toward crafting your greatest life is rarely a smooth, unbroken stretch of road. More often, it winds through unexpected valleys and ascends steep, challenging peaks. These are the moments when obstacles appear, not as detours, but as formidable barriers that can test the very foundations of your resolve. It is in these trying times that the true measure of your spirit and the depth of your commitment to yourself truly come into focus. Recognizing that these challenges are an inherent part of any meaningful journey allows us to approach them not with dread, but with a quiet understanding. Every dream worth pursuing will inevitably encounter friction, and how we choose to meet that friction defines our forward momentum. This isn't about wishing away the difficulties, but about acknowledging their presence as a natural part of growth. Embracing this truth is the first step toward navigating them successfully. Overcoming obstacles with grace isn't about avoiding the pain or frustration that naturally arises when faced with adversity. It's about how you carry yourself through those feelings. Grace, in this context, is an inner poise, a steadying breath taken amidst the storm, allowing you to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. It means maintaining a sense of dignity and self-respect, even when circumstances threaten to erode your confidence. This subtle yet powerful approach shifts the focus from the external problem to your internal capacity to handle it. It's about finding that calm center within you, the one that remains unshaken even when the world around you seems to be crumbling. Cultivating this grace allows for a more constructive and less chaotic engagement with life's inevitable setbacks. Often, the biggest hurdles in our path are not just the external circumstances, but our internal perception of them. A challenge can feel like an impossible wall or a steep learning curve, depending entirely on the lens through which we view it. Shifting your perspective can transform a looming threat into a valuable teacher, revealing strengths you never knew you possessed. It's about asking what this moment is trying to show you, rather than simply lamenting its arrival. This conscious choice to seek understanding, even in discomfort, empowers you to extract wisdom from every difficult experience. Such a shift in mindset changes the very nature of the obstacle, making it a stepping stone rather than a stumbling block on your journey. When an obstacle first appears, it's natural to feel a surge of emotions: frustration, disappointment, perhaps even a touch of fear. These initial reactions are valid and human. Trying to suppress them completely can be counterproductive. True grace doesn't demand that you ignore these feelings, but rather that you acknowledge them without letting them dictate your next move. Allow yourself a moment to feel the weight of the situation, to process the initial shock or irritation. This honest engagement with your emotions is a crucial part of moving through them. It's about creating space for your feelings without allowing them to take over the driver's seat of your decision-making, ensuring you remain in control of your response. After acknowledging those initial feelings, the practice of pausing becomes profoundly important. Take a deep breath, allowing it to ground you back into the present moment and away from the swirling anxieties of the future or regrets of the past. This deliberate pause creates a small but significant space between the challenge and your reaction to it, a space where wisdom can begin to emerge. It's in this quiet interval that you can reconnect with your inner strength, your intuition, and your capacity for calm. Finding this internal anchor helps stabilize you, providing a solid base from which to assess the situation more clearly, and choose a response that aligns with your highest self. This simple act of conscious breathing can be a powerful tool for maintaining grace under pressure. Resilience is not merely the ability to withstand hardship, but to adapt, to learn, and to grow stronger because of it. It's about bending without breaking, and then finding the inner fortitude to spring back, perhaps even higher than before. This isn't a passive endurance, but an active process of seeking solutions, adjusting your sails, and finding new routes when the old ones are blocked. Every time you face an obstacle and find your way through it, you are building a deeper well of inner strength and confidence. This journey of overcoming becomes a testament to your unwavering spirit, proving to yourself that you are capable of navigating whatever comes your way. It's a continuous reinforcement of your inherent power and adaptability. Part of overcoming obstacles with grace involves extending kindness to yourself throughout the process. It is easy to fall into the trap of self-blame or harsh criticism when things don't go as planned, but this only adds another layer of difficulty. Instead, practice self-compassion, treating yourself with the same understanding and encouragement you would offer a dear friend. Recognize that setbacks are not failures, but simply moments of learning and recalibration on your unique path. This gentle approach fosters a supportive internal environment, allowing you to approach challenges with a clearer mind and a more resilient heart. Embracing self-compassion is a powerful act of self-love, essential for maintaining your emotional well-being during difficult times. Even in the midst of struggle, there is often a hidden beauty or a profound lesson waiting to be discovered. Sometimes, the greatest clarity emerges from the most challenging experiences, much like how a diamond is formed under immense pressure. These moments of difficulty can strip away what is unnecessary, revealing what truly matters and refining your purpose. It's about cultivating an eye that can see beyond the immediate discomfort to the deeper meaning or growth being offered. This perspective allows you to appreciate the transformative power of adversity, understanding that these challenges are not just obstacles, but catalysts for a richer, more authentic life. Finding this beauty within the struggle enriches your entire journey. When an obstacle feels overwhelming, the most graceful approach is often to break it down into smaller, more manageable steps. A large mountain seems daunting, but a series of well-placed footholds makes the ascent possible. Focus on taking just the next logical step, rather than trying to conquer the entire challenge at once. This methodical approach reduces feelings of being swamped and allows you to celebrate small victories along the way. Each completed step builds momentum and confidence, making the overall task feel less formidable. It's a testament to the power of consistent, intentional action, proving that even the most complex problems can be resolved through persistent effort and a clear plan. At the heart of overcoming obstacles with grace lies an unwavering belief in yourself and your capacity. Trusting your inner wisdom, that quiet voice that knows your strength, becomes your most reliable guide through uncertain terrain. This isn't about arrogance, but a deep-seated conviction in your inherent abilities and resilience. When doubt creeps in, as it sometimes will, consciously redirect your thoughts back to your past triumphs and the inner resources you've always possessed. Remembering your innate power allows you to stand firm in the face of adversity, drawing upon an internal wellspring of courage and conviction. Your self-belief is the most powerful tool you have for navigating life's complexities. True overcoming is less about bulldozing through obstacles with brute force and more about finding the most elegant and effective way around them, or even through them, with wisdom. Sometimes this means adapting your original plan, learning a new skill, or seeking support from others. It's a dance of persistence and flexibility, knowing when to push forward and when to pivot. This fluid approach allows you to conserve energy and move with greater efficiency, much like water flowing around a rock. This graceful navigation speaks to a deeper understanding of your own capabilities and the nature of the challenge itself, ensuring your efforts are both powerful and purposeful. Each obstacle you overcome, particularly with grace and intention, doesn't just clear a path, it builds a stronger, more refined version of yourself. These moments of triumph, big or small, are not merely endings to a problem, but powerful beginnings of deeper self-knowledge and confidence. They serve as profound affirmations of your resilience, your creativity, and your unwavering spirit. Every challenge met with composure leaves you better equipped for the next, forging a character rich in experience and wisdom. This continuous process of growth and self-discovery is what truly propels you toward living your greatest life, proving that your power lies within your ability to rise above adversity. Ultimately, overcoming obstacles with grace is not the absence of struggle, but the presence of dignity, purpose, and inner strength within it. It is a conscious choice to meet life's inevitable difficulties not with despair, but with a quiet resolve and a belief in your own capacity to navigate them. This approach transforms moments of potential defeat into opportunities for profound growth, allowing you to move forward with a deeper understanding of yourself and the world. By embracing this philosophy, you not only conquer the external challenges, but also cultivate an unshakable inner peace, proving that your greatest life truly begins with how you choose to face every single day. The power of mindset and perception. Our lives, in essence, are not merely a series of events we encounter, but rather a reflection of the lens through which we choose to view them. This invisible yet incredibly potent force, often underestimated, is what we call our mindset. It's the quiet architect behind our reactions, the subtle filter for our experiences, and the persistent voice shaping our potential. Imagine it as the very foundation upon which every dream, every challenge, and every triumph is built, an internal compass guiding our journey. When we truly grasp its immense influence, we begin to understand that the external world often mirrors the landscape of our inner thoughts and deeply held beliefs. This realization is not just profound, it's utterly liberating, offering a fresh perspective on where true power resides within us. It allows us to see that the change we seek in the world often begins with a shift in our own internal framework. Every single thought we entertain, every belief we hold close, acts like a tiny seed planted within the fertile ground of our consciousness, waiting to sprout. These seeds, whether nurtured with care or left untended, inevitably blossom into the realities we inhabit, shaping our daily experiences and long-term outcomes. If our inner narrative is steeped in doubt, fear, or limitation, then our journey will likely be fraught with those very shadows, becoming self-fulfilling prophecies that confirm our deepest anxieties. Conversely, when we consciously cultivate thoughts of possibility, courage, and self-worth, a different kind of world begins to unfurl around us, rich with opportunity and resilience. It's a dynamic interplay, a constant dance between what we believe to be true and what manifests in our tangible experiences, proving that our internal landscape is far from passive. This profound connection means that by altering our inner world, we actively participate in crafting a more fulfilling external existence. We become the gardeners of our own destiny, choosing what to grow and what to let wither. Consider the striking contrast between a fixed mindset and one that embraces growth, especially when faced with life's inevitable roadblocks and unexpected detours. A fixed mindset might whisper, "I can't do this, I'm not good enough," seeing obstacles as insurmountable walls that confirm inherent limitations and block any progress. This perspective often leads to stagnation, a hesitant retreat from anything that feels too challenging or unfamiliar, stifling potential before it can even be explored. However, a growth mindset approaches the same hurdle with an entirely different spirit, viewing it as a valuable opportunity for learning and expansion, a chance to strengthen inner resolve. It bravely declares, "I haven't mastered this yet, but I can learn and improve," transforming setbacks into stepping stones towards greater wisdom and capability. This shift isn't just about optimism, it's about a fundamental belief in one's capacity for evolution, an understanding that our abilities are not static, but can be developed through dedication. It's the difference between seeing a closed door as an end or as an invitation to find another way. Our perception, even more than raw facts, dictates the emotional weight and personal significance we assign to any given situation, coloring our entire experience. Two individuals might stand beneath the same stormy sky, one seeing only an ominous threat, a symbol of impending doom, while the other marvels at the raw power of nature, finding beauty in the dramatic clouds and the refreshing scent of rain. The external reality remains identical, yet their internal experiences diverge wildly, shaped entirely by their unique filters and pre-existing beliefs. This illustrates a crucial point. The world doesn't simply happen to us. We actively participate in constructing its meaning through our interpretation and chosen perspective. We are the narrators of our own stories, and the tone we adopt dramatically alters the plot. Understanding this helps us realize that how we feel about events is often a reflection of our internal processing, not just the events themselves. This understanding of perception brings with it an immense sense of personal agency, a profound realization that how we interpret events is not a fixed fate, but a conscious choice, a power we hold within. We are not passive recipients of circumstance. Instead, we hold the profound ability to select our viewpoint, to decide how we frame the challenges and blessings that come our way. This doesn't imply ignoring difficulties or adopting a naive optimism that glosses over pain, but rather choosing to seek lessons, find strengths, and maintain hope even amidst adversity. It's about consciously directing our attention, deliberately shifting our focus from what is lacking to what is possible, thereby reclaiming our inner narrative and shaping our emotional landscape. By actively engaging this choice, we transform from reactors into deliberate architects of our internal peace. This profound ability allows us to navigate life's currents with greater intentionality and less emotional turbulence. Embracing this power to choose our perception is profoundly liberating, like shedding a heavy burden we never realized we were carrying, freeing our spirit to soar. It frees us from the often exhausting cycle of feeling like victims of our circumstances, allowing us to step into the role of active creators of our own experience and destiny. When we take ownership of our inner lens, we stop waiting for external conditions to change before we can find peace or joy, understanding that true happiness originates from within. Instead, we discover that the capacity for contentment, resilience, and even happiness resides firmly within our grasp, regardless of the shifting sands of the world outside. This newfound freedom allows us to navigate life with a deeper sense of purpose and self-control, knowing our internal state, is truly our own to command. It empowers us to respond to life rather than merely react, fostering a sense of calm strength. The strength of our mindset becomes particularly evident when we face the inevitable storms of life, the moments that test our resolve and push us to our limits, threatening to overwhelm us. It's during these trying times that a resilient mindset acts as our unwavering anchor, preventing us from being swept away by despair or self-doubt, holding us steady against the strongest currents. When we cultivate an inner landscape rich with self-belief and an unwavering conviction in our ability to adapt, obstacles transform from impenetrable walls into temporary detours, challenges to be navigated rather than endpoints. This internal fortitude doesn't make the pain disappear or magically solve external problems, but it equips us with the mental and emotional tools to process it, learn from it, and ultimately emerge stronger on the other side. It allows us to view adversity not as a punishment, but as a crucible for growth, refining our spirit and revealing our true strength. Our internal dialogue, the ceaseless chatter of our own thoughts, plays an incredibly significant role in shaping this powerful mindset, acting as a constant companion and guide. The stories we tell ourselves about who we are, what we deserve, and what we are capable of become the blueprints for our future, influencing every decision and action. If we constantly feed our minds with negativity, criticism, or limiting beliefs, we inadvertently construct a prison of our own making, hindering our growth and dimming our light, trapping ourselves in cycles of self-sabotage. Conversely, by consciously choosing to engage in empowering self-talk, speaking words of encouragement, affirmation, and compassion to ourselves, we build an inner sanctuary of strength and possibility. This deliberate practice transforms our self-perception, unlocking hidden reservoirs of courage and potential, inviting us to reach for higher aspirations. It is a daily practice, a gentle redirection that profoundly alters our inner landscape and, consequently, our outer world. Cultivating an intentional, empowering mindset is not a singular event, but a continuous, gentle practice, much like tending a vibrant garden that requires constant care. It demands the regular weeding of negative thoughts, the careful planting of positive affirmations, and the patient nurturing of self-belief, ensuring healthy growth. This process involves honest introspection, recognizing the patterns of thought that no longer serve us, and bravely choosing to replace them with more constructive narratives that uplift and inspire. It means consciously seeking out perspectives that foster growth and surrounding ourselves with influences that encourage evolution rather than stagnation. With consistent effort, this internal garden blossoms, radiating an energy that profoundly impacts every facet of our lives, from our relationships to our aspirations. It's a commitment to ourselves, a daily promise to foster the very best within, allowing our inner light to shine brightly. Ultimately, the true beginning of your greatest life isn't found in external achievements or the accumulation of material possessions, but in this profound internal shift, this conscious mastery of your inner world. It starts with acknowledging the immense power residing within your own mind and consciously choosing to wield it with purpose and intention, steering your life's course. When you embrace the understanding that your mindset and perception are your most potent tools, you unlock an extraordinary capacity for transformation, for reshaping your reality from the inside out. This journey inward is where authentic self-love takes root, where resilience is forged through wisdom, and where the boundless potential you possess finally begins to unfurl, creating a life that truly reflects your deepest aspirations. It is a journey that asks only one thing: to truly know and embrace yourself, starting now, for this is where genuine fulfillment truly begins. This internal journey is the most significant adventure you will ever embark upon, promising a life rich with purpose and joy. Cultivating joy and fulfillment. Joy and fulfillment are often painted as distant horizons, glittering prizes awaiting us at the end of a long, arduous journey. We are taught to chase them through accomplishments, possessions, or the approval of others, constantly seeking validation from external sources. Yet, the deepest, most resonant forms of happiness rarely reside in these outward pursuits. Instead, they blossom from a garden tended carefully within. True fulfillment isn't a destination we arrive at, but a continuous act of tending to our inner world, nurturing the seeds of contentment and purpose right where we stand. It's about recognizing that the power to illuminate our own lives has always been an inherent part of our being, waiting patiently to be discovered and embraced. This internal alchemy transforms ordinary moments into extraordinary experiences, shifting our focus from what we lack to the abundance that already surrounds us. One of the most potent fertilizers for this inner garden is the simple yet profound practice of gratitude. It's more than just a fleeting thought of thanks. It's a conscious, daily decision to acknowledge the blessings, both grand and minute, that weave through the fabric of our existence. When we intentionally shift our gaze to what is good, what is working, and what we appreciate, a remarkable transformation begins to unfold within our spirit. This isn't about ignoring hardships, but rather about building a reservoir of positive emotion that helps us navigate them with greater resilience and hope. Regularly pausing to feel genuine appreciation for the warmth of the sun, a kind word, or the simple act of breathing recalibrates our entire perspective, opening our hearts to deeper, more sustainable joy. This consistent practice slowly rewires our brain to seek out and amplify positivity, making joy a more accessible and constant companion. Fulfillment, too, often feels like a grand quest, tied to monumental achievements or a singular, life-defining calling. However, its truest essence can be found woven into the quiet threads of our daily lives, in the small acts of intention and connection. It's about infusing our everyday tasks, our relationships, and our personal growth with a sense of meaning that aligns with who we authentically are. Perhaps it's the care we put into our work, the genuine listening we offer a friend, or the dedication to a personal craft that stirs our soul. When we approach life not as a series of obligations, but as opportunities to express our values and gifts, even the most mundane moments can become imbued with a profound sense of purpose. This shift allows us to realize that our lives are not merely happening to us, but are actively being shaped by us, moment by intentional moment. To truly cultivate joy and fulfillment, we must first forge an honest and compassionate relationship with our authentic self. This means peeling back the layers of expectation, societal pressure, and past wounds that often obscure our true essence, revealing the unique individual beneath. It's a courageous journey of self-discovery, where we learn to listen to our inner voice, honor our needs, and embrace our quirks and imperfections without judgment. When we stop trying to fit into molds designed by others, and instead celebrate the magnificent person we truly are, a deep wellspring of contentment emerges. This self-acceptance is not an act of arrogance, but a foundational step towards genuine happiness, allowing us to live a life that feels resonant and true to our deepest convictions. The path to a fulfilling life is rarely a straight, unobstructed road. It is often winding, dotted with unexpected turns and formidable challenges. Yet, within these very obstacles lie fertile ground for cultivating an even deeper, more resilient form of joy. When we choose to view difficulties not as roadblocks, but as opportunities for growth and learning, our entire perspective transforms. Each time we navigate a tough situation, learn a new skill, or overcome a personal fear, we expand our capacity for self-trust and inner strength. This process of stretching beyond our comfort zones, even when uncomfortable, ultimately enriches our lives, adding layers of wisdom and a profound sense of accomplishment that fuels our ongoing journey toward greater fulfillment. It is in these moments of triumph over adversity that we truly understand the depth of our own capabilities. In our fast-paced world, constantly pulled by future worries or past regrets, the art of presence becomes an invaluable tool for cultivating joy. Mindfulness is not about emptying the mind, but about intentionally anchoring ourselves in the now, observing our thoughts, feelings, and surroundings without judgment. It's about savoring the taste of our morning coffee, truly hearing the laughter of a loved one, or feeling the gentle breeze on our skin, rather than letting these moments pass by unnoticed. When we practice being fully present, we unlock a richness in everyday experiences that we might otherwise miss, transforming routine into revelation. This conscious engagement with the present moment allows us to extract the maximum delight and meaning from each passing second, building a mosaic of joyful experiences, one breath at a time. True cultivation of joy also requires a commitment to self-care, understanding that we cannot pour from an empty cup. This isn't about indulgence, but about recognizing our fundamental needs and honoring them with intention and consistency. Self-care encompasses everything from nourishing our bodies with wholesome food and sufficient rest, to protecting our mental and emotional well-being by setting clear boundaries. It means learning to say no when necessary, stepping away from draining situations, and carving out sacred time for activities that genuinely replenish our spirit. When we prioritize our own well-being, we create a sustainable foundation for joy and fulfillment, ensuring we have the energy and emotional reserves to engage fully with life and those we care about. This act of self-love is not selfish. but essential for a vibrant and purposeful existence. While personal growth is central, a profound source of fulfillment often emerges from connecting with something larger than ourselves, whether through community, service, or meaningful relationships. The act of giving, of contributing our time, talents, or compassion to others, creates a ripple effect that enriches not only the recipient, but also our own lives in immeasurable ways. When we extend kindness, offer support, or work towards a shared goal, we tap into a fundamental human need for connection and belonging. These authentic interactions and acts of generosity foster a deep sense of purpose and interconnectedness, reminding us that our individual well-being is intricately woven into the tapestry of collective experience. It is often in serving others that we discover the truest measure of our own joy. In an age of constant social media highlights and curated perfection, letting go of comparison is a crucial step in cultivating genuine joy. Our unique journey is exactly that, unique, and attempting to measure our own progress or happiness against someone else's perceived success is a futile and often painful exercise. Each individual blossoms at their own pace, in their own season, and with their own distinct beauty. When we release the need to compare, we free up immense emotional energy that can instead be directed towards appreciating our own path, celebrating our own victories, and accepting our own imperfections. This radical acceptance allows us to root ourselves firmly in our personal truth, fostering a quiet confidence and a deep, unshakable contentment that is independent of external benchmarks. Often, we postpone our joy, telling ourselves we will finally be happy once we reach a certain milestone, achieve a specific goal, or acquire a particular thing. This mindset turns happiness into a distant prize, perpetually just out of reach, rather than a companion for the journey itself. True cultivation of joy means embracing the process, finding beauty and meaning in the unfolding of life, with all its uncertainties and unexpected detours. It's about savoring the small triumphs, learning from the missteps, and recognizing that growth itself is a profound source of satisfaction. When we shift our focus from the end destination to the richness of the present moment and the continuous evolution of our being, joy becomes an ever-present possibility, woven into the very fabric of our ongoing existence. Cultivating joy and fulfillment isn't about making grand, sweeping gestures, but rather about the consistent, intentional practice of small, meaningful actions. It's the daily choice to engage with life with an open heart, to seek out moments of beauty, and to nurture the connections that truly matter. These tiny, deliberate steps, a moment of quiet reflection, a genuine compliment, a walk in nature, or simply choosing a positive thought, accumulate over time, slowly but surely building a life rich in contentment. Just as a gardener tends to a garden day by day, we must tend to our inner landscape with gentle care and persistent effort. It's in these everyday rituals and commitments to our well-being that the most profound and lasting sense of joy truly takes root and flourishes. Ultimately, cultivating joy and fulfillment is an act of reclaiming agency over our own emotional landscape. It means understanding that while external circumstances may influence us, our response to them and our internal state remains largely within our power to shape. We are not passive recipients of happiness, but active co-creators of our inner world, capable of choosing thoughts and actions that uplift and inspire us. This realization is incredibly liberating, empowering us to shift from a reactive stance to a proactive one, consciously designing a life that resonates with our deepest desires and values. By consistently making choices that align with our authentic self and our vision for a meaningful existence, we become the architects of our own enduring happiness, building a life that truly reflects our greatest potential.